who is the best president in U.S. history. If I can choose one person, he is Abraham Lincoln. He was the 16th president of the U.S. His achievement gave him a life beyond his years. During the Civil War and throughout his year in office, he faced the conflict between a divided nation and signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Similarly, his Gettysburg Address is especially remarkable. Before he became a president, he had an interesting background. Through this, I would like to show you why Lincoln is a very respectable and highly admired man in our nation's history. Lincoln's early life was difficult and lived in log cabin in Kentucky and Indiana. However, he eventually made it as a lawyer and lived in a fine house in Illinois. Before he became president, he ran for U.S. Senate against the wealthy advisor. Steve Douglas, Lincoln believed that slavery was as an injustice as Dr. Locke says, a great moral wrong. During this time, period of the 1850s, the American nation was facing numerous issues about whether or not slavery should be permitted in the expanding nation. Issues such as the Kansas-Nebraska Act and Dred Scott were some of the main issues at this time. Kansas-Nebraska Act was an issue of popular severity which resulted in two new states of Kansas and Nebraska over the issue of slavery. Another event in 1857 was the Dred Scott case, in which pre-slavery was taken back to slavery on the basis he had no rights. As a result, Lincoln joined the Republican Party and campaigned on the morality and future of slavery, and believed Congress could contain the spread of slavery. However, by a small percentage, Douglas won the Senate but brought the new Republican Party into nation recognition. This brings me to Lincoln's important action as president. As 1860, Abraham Lincoln won the election by only 39% of the popular votes, but with the 180 electoral college votes. His victory was only because his votes in the free states were guaranteed. However, at this point in the time, South Carolina succeeded the nation and was followed by the other slave states such as Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. As the Civil War continued during the early 1860s, Lincoln made a crucial decision known as the Emancipation Proclamation. Lincoln described this as an act of justice which granted the freedom to slaves in areas which were in rebellion against the Union starting January 1st, 1860s. However, in the area which Lincoln had power and slave states which were part of the Union, slaves were not set free as they were used in the army and industry of the North. Lincoln used the Emancipation Proclamation in order to damage the Southern economy, which relieved heavy on agriculture based on slavery labor. Finally, one of the most important speeches of the whole history was given by none other than President Lincoln. The Gettysburg Address in 1860 was an amazing short speech by Lincoln, which spoke of human equality as it was drafted in the Declaration of Independence, and also proclaimed that though the war preserved the Union, this war has become a war also for the freedom of slaves. He said, in this speech, that the name must experience new birth so that the government of the people does not perish from the earth. The speech also marked the turning point in the Civil War, in which the South was primarily on the defensive, but now on the offensive. Thanks to President Lincoln, the Civil War ended in 1865, and the American nation was preserved with the new freedom of many former slaves. Through his action during and before the war, we can see that Abraham Lincoln is a hard-working and honest man who was one of the best men that could come and lead our great nation in the most difficult of times, and as a result, I give this man my full respect.